Yes, Prapti, you can start.
Yep, so welcome everyone to our lovely webinar on nutrition. So our webinar is today going to be conducted by none other than FathimaJannah. And let's begin by Siddharth with the welcome speech.
Sure. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Eat Smart, Live Strong webinar. We're glad you're here, and we're lucky to have Jannah from Discovery Higher leading the session. Jannah is here to teach us how to eat smart and live strong, which is great because some of us here are really good at eating, but maybe not so much at the smart and strong parts. She's the expert, though. So if anyone can help us figure out which end of the carrot to eat, it's her. But in all seriousness, Jannah has a ton of knowledge to share. And I know we're going to have a fun and inspiring time. So let's get started. Over to you, Jannah. Teach us how it's done without making it too painful.
Thank you, Siddharth. That was a wonderful welcome speech. So let me share my screen. Yeah, I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
And now too,
Yeah.
you can see the screen. Okay. So good afternoon, everybody. So welcome to my webinar on nutrition. So let's start with the agenda for today. So we'll be going through what is nutrition, that's the introduction, and the main basics of nutrition, that is macronutrients and micronutrients. We'll also focus on hydration and health. And since we all here are children and adolescents, I'll be focusing on nutrition for children and adolescents. And I'll also be talking about nutrition for athletes, disease prevention, mental health, and nutrition. And at the end, I'll give you some tips on how to lead a healthy life. So let's begin. Introduction. So, what is nutrition? Basically, it's a process where our body takes and uses food for growth, energy, and maintaining health. And what's the importance? It gives us energy and to fuel our bodily functions. It also helps in growth and development in children and adolescents. Maintaining and repairing. So, nutrients help in repairing our tissues, cells, muscles, us enzymes, and everything. And it also prevents diseases. So, let's move on. Okay, macronutrients and micronutrients. So, we all have heard of carbs, protein, fats. These are our macronutrients. We need them in a very large quantity, and we need them around like 200 grams of carbs per day or 150, depending on what your goals are, or 150 grams of protein, or even and fats. So basically, those are macronutrients. We need them in large quantities. We have most of them, like they're the most in our diet and in our plate. So first, let's go to carbohydrates. That's the main biomolecule where which is made up of carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. And these helps us give us energy for the brains and the muscles. And these are these are the macros that we need most to be in a good behavior or a good mood, because these are the most important macronutrients. And macronutrients are there are like carbohydrates, there are like many types. There are monosaccharides, disaccharides, and polysaccharides. So basically, these names are a bit complicated, but basically, monosaccharides is something you are commonly heard of, glucose. So glucose is what gives us the energy, and in the form of ATP. So basically, glucose helps us get energy from and all these uh, polysaccharides. Polysaccharides is nothing but a lot of monosaccharides bundled up together. So basically, that's what gives us our energy. Our body digests it, breaks it apart, and give us con- uh, con- convert glucose to glycogen, which gives us energy. And we store it in our body parts so we get energy for later. And now let's move on to protein. So protein is very essential for the repair and maintenance of our body. Muscles, skin, genes, uh, everything is made of protein. Our enzymes, our hormones, everything is uh, made up of protein. So proteins are nothing but long chains of amino acids. So there are lots of types of amino acid like leucine. Uh, that's all only one I remember. But all of these form a long chain and bundle up together, which we call a protein. And if it's a small uh, chain of amino acid, we call it a polypeptide. So basically, proteins are these incredible macros that really help in maintaining like even our hair, our skin, our muscles, even our organ. So without protein, we will be, I don't know, we would be a bunch of we would be nothing actually. So basically, that's proteins. So let's move on to fats. So fats are like another form of long-term energy source that support absorption. And there are fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, D, E, and K. So these helps in brain development and insulation of organs and hormone production. Fats also help in hormone production. There are healthy fats and unhealthy fats. Basically, unsaturated fat and saturated fat. So unsaturated fat like found in nuts and avocados and fish and oil, olive oil is healthy fats. Saturated fats or trans fats like found in processed snacks or your pizza, your burger, all that are saturated fat and it's completely filled with glycerol and alcohol that uh, that's the reason it's really not healthy. It's called unhealthy fats. Let's move on to micronutrients now. So micronutrients are essential vitamins and minerals that is not required in a small amounts. That's why they're called micronutrients. You only need like we don't need like 200 grams of vitamins or anything. We just need them in milligrams, which is smaller than grams. So vitamins act as like coenzymes. It helps with in the metabolic processes like immunity, vision, bone health, skin integrity, all that. And there are two types of vitamin: water soluble vitamins and fat soluble vitamins. And in the last, but when talking about fats, fat soluble vitamins for A, D, and K. Now let's come on to water soluble vitamins, where examples are vitamin C and B complex. So B12, B6, B5, all that, or water soluble vitamins. And all of them dissolved in water and it cannot be stored in our body. So we have to take it always. So we always have to eat an orange or take a uh, take some pills maybe to get these vitamins. We always have to keep eating all these vitamin foods. But that's not the same with fat soluble vitamins. It can be stored in our fat tissues and in our liver, and whenever we need it, it can be used. So, example, vitamin D, that's for bone health and for calcium absorption, and your vitamin A for your vision. So, carrots have a lot of vitamin A, so they'll help you with maintaining your vision. They won't make it better. It's not like you'll get 20/20 vision, but they'll maintain it, they'll not degrade it. And another thing is minerals. So minerals, the main function of it is the structural function, and it supports like again oxygen transport, fluid balance, and all that. So the key minerals are calcium, iron, potassium, and zinc. So calcium is, as all you guys know, it's essential for our bones and teeth and in blood clotting. And iron helps produce hemoglobin, which gives the blood the red color. And potassium regulates like fluid balance uh, and nerve signals. And zinc supports in immunity and wound healing. So that's it for the macro and micronutrients. Now let's move on to hydration in health. Why hydration is important. So the human body is composed of 55 to 60% of water based on your location, your fat index, your age, your gender. So a baby actually has 75% of water in their body, but when we grow, gradually it decreases. So that's why we need to drink water always, and it it's very essential for life. Water basically helps in lubricating our joints, regulating the body temperature, and nourishing the brain and spinal cord. Now, why we need to drink water? So humans lose 2 to 3 liters of water daily through urine, sweats, even breathing. So that's why we need to replenish that with uh, water always. Now, dehydration. We'll move on to dehydration. Symptoms of dehydration include dropping in energy, mood, or skin moisture, or blood pressure. And sometimes uh, it also impaired our brain, and trem- uh, the brain temporarily shrinks uh, so that it can work harder. Now, there's another thing that nobody ever talks about: overhydration. Some people drink too much water, especially athletes who are always active. They tend to drink too much water, and it causes them headaches and vomiting, and extreme cases it causes them seizure. So your daily intake on water depends on your weight and your activity level and your environment and other factors. But basically, men should drink 2.5 to 3.5 liters per day, and women should drink 2 to 2.5 liters per day. So that's it about health in hydration in health. Next, we'll move on to nutrition in children. So nutrition in children is really critical for their physical and cognitive development. And for that, you need to have your protein, your carbs, uh, and healthy fats for essential growth. So your muscle development, your tissue repairing, your even your immunity, you need protein. And of course, as children and teens, we use a lot of energy, even if it's just sitting in front of a laptop or running around or going to run errands. We need the carbs for that. And fats. We need healthy fats, not trans fats, healthy fats for our brain development and hormone regulation, especially in adolescents. So I see a lot of adolescents cutting down fats because they gain weight, but actually, you cannot cut down on healthy fats because that's the phase where our hormones are active, and you're supposed to uh, have all these healthy fats so we get our hormone regulation. Next, micronutrients: calcium and vitamin D for strong bones, iron for healthy blood and energy
My dog
levels.
just died. Can I have a hug?
Can you please
This is a
mute?
sad world we live in. Hug? Hug? No
Muhammad.
hug. Excuse me, sir? Yeah. Can I have a hug? No. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Then we need vitamin A, C, and E for immune support and healthy skin. So these are the essential micronutrients for children and adolescents. Then hydration. So basically, stay hydrated and avoid sugary drinks. That's all there is. Uh, yeah. So let's move on to nutrition for athletes. So for athletes, macronutrients like carbs are really important, but whole grains and uh, not your like maida or all that, but whole grains are more important for them because that is a primary energy source for the training and their competitions and everything. And protein, it is essential for muscle repair and growth. So they need to eat a lot of lean meats, egg, any like what do you say, cottage cheese or Greek yogurt, all that for lean muscle growth for athletes. And even fats, they need to eat like at least a small bowl of nuts and seeds every day so that they have long lasting energy stored in their uh, body for like long periods of like competition or training. And for micronutrients, it is same as before: calcium, iron, vitamin D, strong bones, for oxygen transport, and blood. So, but apart from that, athletes need to take electrolytes like sodium, potassium, magnesium with their hydration. So you might have seen athletes drink glucose, but with that, they're also adding a little bit of all these elements into their drinks because electrolytes like give them that energy too. Then hydration. That is crucial and for the temperature regulation, preventing cramps and all that. So hydration is also key. Uh, then pre-workout nutrition. So basically, they focus on complex carbohydrates 2 to 3 hours before their training or their exercise, and with a small amount of protein. So all these will help them prepare for what's coming. And after the training or workout, within 30 to 60 minutes, they eat something in a combination, maybe a shake, maybe a small meal containing protein and carbohydrates. Again, so I've seen a lot of people after the workout just eating protein, but that doesn't actually help. You have to eat protein with carbohydrates, depending on your body weight and your body mass and everything. Because even the protein that needs to be absorbed by the body, it cannot be used without the help of carbohydrates. So you need to take both of that. So example, you can like take some chicken and rice or a smoothie with uh, protein and fruits. So that would be enough. Next, I'm moving on to disease prevention. So uh, the key nutrients for uh, disease prevention is basically proteins, calcium, and vitamin D, iron, and omega-3 fatty acids. So all of these has their own advantages, like proteins for repairing of the tissues, calcium and vitamin D for bone development, iron for preventing anemia, and omega-3 fatty acids for brain health and focus. So another key nutrient for preventing diseases are fiber. So there it lowers cholesterol and improves digestion. So a lot of people don't include fiber in their meals. So we need to increase that. And you need to eat fruits and berries that are rich in antioxidants. It can reduce inflammation. So that's important. And omega-3 fatty acids that also helps reduce inflammation. And it can be found in flax seeds, chia seeds, or fish oil. I've seen some people take fish oil tablets for omega-3 fatty acid deficiency. So if you do have that, it's good and it will help you prevent diseases in the future. Then calcium and vitamin D that strengthens bones, and in the near future you won't have any, even after your age of 30 or 40, you won't have any problems with your uh, bones. Next is a nutrition for specific diseases. So for heart diseases, you have to avoid any trans fat and consume like whole grains, fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. Not hardcore like protein powder, just lean proteins in legumes or plant-based proteins, basically. Not much of red meat if you have heart diseases. If you have diabetes, you have to focus on fiber rich meals so that your blood sugar won't spike much because fiber helps in trapping that sugar. If you have cancer, you have to include vegetables, a lot of green vegetables like broccoli, kale, and berries and whole grains. And for obesity, you have to maintain a calorie count, a calorie deficit if you're an obese person. It should be nutrient, it should not be nutrient dense, it should be a low calorie foods, but filling. Something like something is very low calorie, but if when you eat it, you won't feel hungry in the next few minutes. Then healthy eating habits. So basically, eat a variety of fruits and vegetables, like eat the rainbow. I have seen people tell to eat the rainbow. Basically, what they mean is eat all these fruits with different colors, not because they're colorful, because they're rich in these nutrients. And stay hydrated, drink plenty of water, practice mindful eating, and avoid overeating. So once you're satisfied, you can stop eating and don't like fill yourself with food until your tummy is round. So yeah, that's that. And next, let's move on to mental health and nutrition. So the main thing about mental health and nutrition is the gut brain axis. So that involves the communication between our gut and the brain to multiple pathways like the vagus nerve, our immune system, and gut microbacteria. So the our gut is like a home to these bacteria, viruses, and fungi, and it plays a really vital role in our health. They're involved in digestion, so breaking down of our food, absorbing nutrients, our immune function that protects our body from pathogens, and production of neurotransmitters. So basically, the gut produces about 90% of the body's serotonin. Like serotonin is the feel good neurotransmitter, uh, which like gives us a pleasure feeling. And this is crucial for like our mood regulation and sleep and digestion. So basically, that's why our gut health is really important. And communication with the brain. So the gut sends signals to the brain via the vagus nerves and other pathways, and these signals can influence our brain function, mood, and behavior. So nutrients that support mental health are omega-3 fatty acid, like I said before. It can be found in flax seeds, chia seeds, fatty fish, walnuts, and it supports brain function. And B vitamins, that is B6, B9, and B12, which can be found in leafy green vegetables or fortified cereals or eggs, which is essential for producing serotonin, the mood regulating transmitter, neurotransmitter, and magnesium, which is found in nuts, seeds, whole grains, and even dark chocolate, which helps reduce stress and anxiety. So, all these are some like micronutrients essential for our mental health. Another one is again antioxidants found in citrusy fruit, green tea, and berries. Now, foods that impact the mood negatively. So, refined sugar and processed food like causes gives you a slight bit of dopamine and after a few minutes it crashes down and you will have a mood swing. So it will help it won't help our mental health, and will be very sluggish and moody always. Even that can even happen with excessive caffeine. So drinking caffeine before you going to sleep, or uh, after, like in the evening, it's not good for you. If you're drinking caffeine, it's better to do it in the morning so that you get need that energy throughout the day, and you will be tired by night, and it will not affect your sleep or your mental health. So it can increase anxiety as well if you uh, stay up all night and with because of caffeine. So those are some foods that impact your mood negatively. Next, let's move on to practical tips. So here, I have some tips that will help you with your healthy lifestyle. So eat more whole foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins over processed food. Having them once or twice a month is fine, but and even you're busy, try to meal plan so that you don't have to order or DoorDash or Swiggy it all the time. So try to fill half your plate with fruits and vegetable at each meal. Then practice portion controls. So listen to your hunger cues. So eat until you're satisfied, not overly full. So basically, eat, filling your stomach to 80% is when you get satisfied. So uh, most people who are like lean, they only eat till they're satisfied. They don't overeat, uh, and it won't it won't cost them anything. So incorporate regular physical activity. So aim for at least 30 minutes of exercise, or just 10-minute walk in the sun would be also good. Uh, but at least 4 times a week you have to exercise, uh, do a bit of physical work. You can do anything. It can be like walking, cycling, swimming, or even household chores. But don't just sit at one spot in for long periods of time without stretching or getting a walk. And most important, get enough sleep. Your meals, uh, your healthy eating won't be uh, efficient or won't affect your health unless you're getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep. So it depends on the people also. Uh, Depending on your health and everything, some people might need 10 hours, some people might only need 7.5 hours. So, so like develop a sleep routine by going to bed early, waking up at the same time each day. So if you woke up at 6 o'clock one day, try to wake up at 6 o'clock every day. Now limit sugar and salt. So opt for, like when you're like I don't know, making a smoothie or something, opt for natural sweeteners like fruit or honey or dates, and choose unsalted version of packaged foods. This will also help with your uh, cycles and your metabolic activity. So yeah, basically that's it. That's my webinar about nutrition. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and ask. Right. Uh, Aisha Naurin. Yeah, you can ask.
What are the main types of nutrition?
Main
Main types.
main type of nutrients, if you're asking what it's exactly what I said in the presentation. Your main everything that you have to have every day is your carbohydrates, your fats, and your protein.
What are the side effects that comes when you have too much nutrients?
So that depends. So if you have too much carbs, it will do you have a specific nutrients, or should I say everything?
Um, Only one is enough. Like,
So let's say, for example, you eat a lot of carbs, uh, and that carbs will be uh, turned into glucose, which will be stored in your body. But sometimes, if you overly do that, it'll be stored as fat, and then you will gain weight. That's unnecessary source of energy. So whatever is stored in your liver, that is what you need uh, for your daily activities.
oh, okay.
That's just example for carbs, but there's a lot. Yeah.
How much nutrients does a person need daily?
Mm, an average person needs like uh, if you're talking vitamins and minerals, a few milligrams per day. But if you're deficient, then you have to take supplements or even in protein. Sometimes when we're trying to eat protein and gain muscle, we won't have enough from the natural sources. That's why people use protein powder. And carbs, we can find it anywhere, in rice, in bread, in whole grains. So all that we need, like, I think 200 grams of carbs for an average person, uh, like an average child or an adolescent, and like around 100 grams of protein if you are maintaining your weight, or if you want to gain weight more than that, you can say 160, 150, depending on your weight. So it's, I think, 4 calories per kg uh, on each nutrient.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Next, Kendra.
Wait, before who's? I think someone there is
No,
there.
you're
I'm
okay.
second.
You're second, sorry. Zihni, who's that?
Yeah. What will happen if we don't have enough sleep?
So if you don't have enough sleep, your basically whatever good things you eat won't be completely absorbed by your body. So it will affect your mental health also and your physical health too.
Okay.
Uh, Kendra,
Hi. Just a question.
yeah.
Will like your diet affect or like bring mental disorders? Like, will it?
Yes.
Let's like
You want
what
an
kind?
example?
Yes, please.
If you have too much sugar at your what do you say, when you're like 3 4 years old, and your parents buy you too much sugar, they don't mind you eating all that sugar, you might develop ADHD or maybe autism spectrum disorder later when you're like 8 or 7 years old.
Uh, thank
it
you.
it makes you hyperactive. That's just an example, okay?
Okay, okay.
Okay, Rosario.
Yeah, I have some questions. First question is, what is the difference between macronutrients and micronutrients?
Right. So, as I said in the presentation, macronutrients you need in a large amount. You need it like you can you need it like 200 grams or 150 grams, depending on what macronutrients you're eating. You need it a lot. You need to eat a lot of it. But micronutrients, you only need to eat a few milligrams of it to replenish your body. Did you understand?
So, yeah,
Yeah.
I did understand. So, why are vitamins essential for our health?
So basically, each vitamin has its own like advantage. So, like, you want an example?
Yeah.
So if you don't eat vitamin A during your initial stages of life, like when you're young, then your eye health won't be optimal when you're getting old, and you're not going to have a healthy eye if you don't eat your vitamin A's when you were young. So that's an example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then, like, um, How much protein does an average adult need daily?
An average adult, I think 80 to 100 grams of protein is enough, from what I've heard. Or even 60 grams is fine, depending on your weight, your body weight, your gender.
Like,
Yeah.
then my next question is, which food are high in vitamin D?
Which food are high in vitamin D? I'd say vegetables, like uh, I'd say like green vegetables, and just sunlight is actually enough for vitamin D.
Then my next question is like, can you explain the role of antioxidants in preventing diseases?
I didn't get your question.
Yeah, I will ask another question. Like, what is the impact of consuming too much sugar on health?
Uh, on your body, yes, consuming too much sugar can like cause you to gain weight, unnecessary weight that you don't need.
And what are the symptoms of vitamin B12 deficiency?
I didn't get your question. I didn't get that question as well.
Like, what are the symptoms of vitamin B12
I don't know
deficiency?
actually. I don't know what disease would
Jannah,
be caused.
can you
Yeah,
Vitamin
quickly give
B12.
me presenter?
sure. Wait. Can you raise your hands?
I have one more question.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what nutrients are important for a balanced diet?
I'm not able to give Kendra the presenter option. Um,
Ma'am, can you?
Wait. Go to your teams. I know how to give.
okay, wait.
I believe you should go to teams.
Yeah, I'm not getting that option. Kendra.
Think, are
Kendra
you
wants,
wait? You're
Kendra wants the
unverified.
presenter option, right?
You're unverified. That's why you can't give.
Kendra wants it, right? Kendra?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you wait. Yeah, you have it now, Ken.
Okay, Rosaria, continue with your question.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Like, what nutrients are important for a balanced diet?
So basically your macronutrients, your carbs, your protein, your fats.
How do I proceed? Foods affect nutrient intake.
Can you repeat?
How do processed foods affect nutrient intake?
So processed food has a lot of preservatives in it, and it's not good for our health. It's not good for our gut. It's not good for your mental health, like your brain. So, and it might cause cancer. Some might cause cancer. Yeah.
What nutrients are essential for a growing child?
That was in my, I think, fifth or fourth slide. So basically, children need a lot of calcium and vitamin D for your bone growth, and a lot of protein for your tissues and your muscles. Uh, and a lot of minerals like, yeah, example, I said calcium, then zinc and iron. So to prevent anemia. So yeah.
How do nutrient needs change with age?
That depends. So when you're a child, you need more nutrients and more carbs so that because you, as a child, your body uses all that because you're still growing. But when you're an adult and you have stopped growing much, you don't need that much carbs or uh, fats, and only an optimal amount of food is enough for you.
Then, how can I ensure I am getting enough nutrients on a vegetarian or a vegan diet?
Vegan diet. I wouldn't recommend a vegan diet because at least once or twice a month you need your meats, even if it's red meat or white, like beef or mutton or something like that. But there is a lot of plant-based like protein sources, like your chickpeas, your legumes, your lentils. So yeah, you can still get your
That's
macros.
it.
Right. Next is Satwik.
Yeah. So, which food contains the most carbohydrates?
I'd say rice or like bread. Anything with grains contains carbohydrates.
Okay. Thank you.
Rizwa.
Yeah. So can you just tell a food which is like we must eat
I didn't understand your
for
question.
us? Like, what should I say? Like,
That depends. That depends. So that depends on each nutrient. So if you're like, if you want, and that also depends on your goals. If you want to gain muscle, you need your protein. If you need more energy, you need your carbs. If you want, let's say, um, let's say your goal is vision. If you want like good vision, and maintain your vision, then you need a lot of vitamin A. So it depends.
oh,
It doesn't. It's not only one particular food with all these nutrients.
okay. Yeah, thank you. That's all.
Yeah. Fatima Dua Salam. Fatima, you're not there. Okay, I'll call the next person. Iqbal.
I'm here.
All right, go ahead.
If we go to jogging and exercise, we little bit we do and we will tired. What food will help us to energetic?
If you eat something like a sandwich, maybe some rice after your jogging, or if you drink some glucose drinks, that will help you.
Okay. Thank you. It's all.
Okay, Iqbal.
It's Mohodia. It's Mohodia.
Okay, Mohdia.
Yeah, my
don't.
question was
Yeah, go ahead.
like uh in a day we can eat more than one egg.
In a day, you can eat. I don't know. How many? It depends. If you can, it depends on how much you can fit and how much protein you want. So if you want, you can eat like three or two or maybe even four if you have that.
Okay. Okay.
Right. Muhammad Amir.
Okay, I have one question. Like, how much liters of water do a child need?
Um, if you that depends. All that depends on your gender, your body weight, and everything. But average, if you're talking about average, around 1 liter or zero point 0.5 to 1 liter.
So, an
Or
average day, how much protein will a child or adult need?
if it's a child, just I think 60 grams would be enough. Uh, if you're an adult trying to gain weight, 150, I don't know, depending on their weight, it can go from 150 to 200. And if it's like an adult trying to get optimal weight, like trying to maintain their weight, you could go from again 70 to 100, depending on your body weight and your gender.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Mm, Muhsi Gulam. Who's Muhsi Gulam?
Okay. Can I ask my question?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is a good nutrient important for a strong and healthy life?
So basically, we all these nutrients are important because different nutrients have different roles in our body. So some gives us energy, some helps in immunity, some helps in blood producing blood, some helps in uh, repairing our wounds. So everything is every nutrient is important. So we need to eat every nutrient in a balanced diet to get lead a healthy life.
Okay, I have one more question. How
Right.
can we improve our nutrient every day?
Uh, how can you improve what?
How can we improve our nutrients every day?
You mean your nutrient intake. So basically, uh, instead of sticking on to one form of food, even for carbs or protein, try different new foods and all will have different benefits. So that can improve. Yeah. Are you done? Whoever is done asking the question, please raise down their hands. Okay. Put down their hands. Uh, Shreya Suraj.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah. What are healthy fats?
So healthy fats are like fats found in like nuts, olive oil, uh, flax seeds, and everything. So basically, those are unsaturated fats, and they're really they're they will do their job by storing long-term energy and won't make us gain weight.
Okay, and how much sunlight do I need to have a lot of vitamin D?
Minimum 10 minutes of sunlight, like standing in the out or walking outside, is minimum 10 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Who is Zaiba?
Yeah, what is
Yeah.
the most important vitamin?
Uh, there is nothing called like the most important vitamin. Every vitamin has their different roles, and every vitamin is important.
Yeah.
Yeah. Swale.
Yes. So, is protein is important?
What? I didn't hear you.
Is protein is important?
Protein, all type of protein sources is great. And it's not like one itself is important. Did you get me?
No.
Yeah. Prapti.
Yep. So my question is that many bodybuilders and like people who want to muscle up and stuff,
Yep.
they eat a lot of protein. Like they eat a lot of eggs and they eat a lot of uh, like a lot of meat, right? So
Yeah.
for them, they like some people they say that if you eat too much protein, it causes kidney damage. But also, if you don't eat protein at all, then there will be malnutrition because they're doing way too much exercise and all, right? So, what is your
Right.
point on that?
So basically, there's an amount of protein depending on your weight. So that is 4 calories per kilogram. So 4 calories of protein per kilogram, that's your optimal protein. So we can put that in an online calculator on how much protein you need to eat. And they'll ask you for your gender, your weight, if you're wanting to gain weight or if you're wanting to maintain your weight. And if you put all that information in that calculator, it will give you the amount of protein, the safe amount of protein you need to take per meal, per day. Yeah. So
Yeah, like you said, some of the calculators online, they're mostly like false information and all. So it'll be nice if you
not
can
all.
share some.
So you need to if you don't trust a calculator, you can do the method I chose. So 4 calories, that is uh 4 calories per kilogram of your body. So that is how much do you weigh? Let's assume 40 kg or 45. So that is 4 calories. That is 45 into 4. That much calories of protein, not grams. And you can convert that calories into grams using calculator or anything. So yeah,
Okay, all
that
right. Thank you so much.
yeah. Fatima Amna. Fatima Amna, are you there?
Yes, so my question is how much water should we have every week? No, every day.
So depending on your gender and your body weight again, and if you're a child or an adult, about 2 to 3 liters per day. Diya Suraj.
How much hours of sleep would can a human function on?
So the average is 7 to 9 hours, but when you're a kid, around 10.5 hours is needed. And if you're a teen with a lot of physical activities, still you need around 10 hours or 9 hours of sleep. Yeah, or 9 hours of sleep, depending on like because sometimes like people with low like iron and all, they all need like around 12 hours of sleep with their iron, even while taking their iron supplements, because they don't have that energy, they're always tired. So yeah, it all depends, but I think you as a how old are you?
12.
12. You need your 8.5 to 9 hours of sleep.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Abigail.
My question is, which is the healthiest diet?
Healthiest?
Diet,
I'd
like the
say
best diet.
the balanced diet that like has all your nutrients in an efficient way. Yep. So that's it, right? No more questions.
I think Fatima Amna has a question.
Amna, do you have a question? No. Kendra, you have a question?
Yeah, it's about the sleep thing.
Yeah.
Like, what exactly happens if a person's sleep schedules like one, like, let's say on a Monday they sleep early and they wake up early, but on a Tuesday they sleep late, wake up early. Wednesday they sleep late. No, sorry, they sleep late and wake up early on Tuesday. Wednesday they sleep late, wake up late, like that.
I know, very jumbled up sleep schedule. It will affect your mental health mostly, but it does. So a person who is trying to be more athletic, do more, what do you say, gain muscle or be more athletic, if your sleep is really tumbly, then what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to gain, whether it is muscle or skills, or even for skills you need neural adaptation, so that won't help because your sleep schedule is rigged.
Okay, so let's say like a person is following a diet for years, but
Yeah,
will it like stop working because of their sleep schedule?
following a diet,
Yeah,
like what kind of diet?
I can't like, let's say like a normal like balanced meal with exercise and stuff. Let's say that person has been following it for like 10 years,
Yeah,
but they're still not able to find like, will it all that
That will
Will it?
not affect their body like health as in much, but it will affect their nervous system, their
Okay.
neural adaptation to every organ. So yeah, in a way, it affects your body because your nerves are connected to all your organs, and that's what's
Yeah.
controlling you right now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Amir, you have another question?
Yeah. So, like, what is a great vitamin if you're like going to sleep or something?
Um, if you're going to sleep, I don't know. I don't think there's a vitamin to make you sleep, but there are melatonin like pills or gummies. So melatonin is a hormone that makes you sleepy. So there are melatonin pills or gummies to help people sleep, but I don't recommend taking all that. I think if you've done enough like physical work, and if you like had a active day, you will definitely fall asleep when it's time, and when you'll definitely wake up when it's time to wake up.
Then what is a great vitamin for a day to be at?
To be
Like, what's a great vitamin to like boost your vision and also boost your activeness?
so all these vitamins are not going to boost anything. They'll help like whatever vision or energy like your body is, it will just maintain it. If you want to boost something, that's when you go to the doctor and take pills. So basically, just eating healthy food will only maintain your health. Uh, it won't like give you 20/20 vision just because you ate a lot of carrots, which is good in vitamin A. It's not going to give you 20/20 vision, something like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Is that it? I think everybody's done with their questions. Yeah, ma'am, I think that's it.
Yes, we can wind up, right?
Yeah.
So that's a wonderful webinar, Jannah, and your confidence is extraordinary. Really
Thank you,
appreciate it.
ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
Jannah, the way you presented was awesome. Okay, very informative as
Thank you,
well.
ma'am. Thank
Yeah,
you
for
very
us
much.
Especially
also.
Q&A
Yeah.
session. It was amazing. Very good.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So yes, we can call the vote of thanks. We can call the vote of thanks. Who is going to do the vote of thanks? Anchor,
Me,
please.
ma'am.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay. Prapti, you can invite.
So thank you everyone for joining the webinar. Finally, I would like to call Kendra for the vote of thanks.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. What an amazing webinar we just had. A big shout out to FathimaJannah for bringing nutrition to life in such an engaging and practical way. Who knew learning about healthy choices could be this fun? You have given us a lot to think about and even more to act on. And a huge thank you to our participants for your energy and fantastic questions. You've made this webinar even more vibrant. Let's take these fresh ideas and make our lives healthier and maybe even tastier. Thanks again, FathimaJannah, for making this time so enjoyable and insightful. Stay healthy, everyone, and have a fantastic day.
Thank you so much for everyone for joining the webinar. It was amazing to have you here, and Jenna, that was an amazing webinar. Everyone can join back to
Thank
their
you.
classes now. Bye bye.